think we are done with F and G. We'll move on to 8, accounts payable. Did I miss? I'm sorry, did I miss? Oh, I'm sorry, I did miss E. Request from the town clerk for the town board to consider pay increase in deputizing current assistant clerk. Jeannie, do you have some cost estimates on that for us?
No, I wasn't sure if pay should be discussed in closed session. Eryn has certainly stepped up, and she has taken over 90% of the duties that Molly did when she was here. She's learned quickly, she's doing a great job. I feel she should be paid accordingly. If I need to bring back some specific numbers, I'll have to do some calculations. I think we'll be fine until we hire a third person, which has not been done yet. That is open until March 17th at 4 p.m. So I don't know if you want to discuss it or if you want to table it until you have those figures. I believe we will be within our budget fine until the third person starts.
I don't have any problem with her becoming full-time to pick up some of the slack that's been left after Molly's left. Regarding compensation, I also agree with Clerk O'Brien that we should be discussing that in private.
I agree that that should be discussed in private. That's typically the way we have done it in the past, and we should in the future. It has nothing to do with this matter. It's simply a procedural matter. I do have 2 questions, and I'm not even seeking answers at this point in time, but I would certainly like those when we further discuss it, and that would be, I guess one could be at this point in time, clerk. Currently, she is working how many hours per week? 30?
She's full-time.
She is full-time currently, 40 hours a week. Okay.
37.5, I believe is
Okay.
for actual hours.
Okay. And the only other question that I would have, and again, it need not be answered at this point in time, but I note the title deputized as a deputy clerk dash treasurer, and I know there's been some discussion in the past that she was more interested in the clerk's functions rather than the treasurer's. I don't know whether there's any significance or putting up to a title.
While she's doing all the coding of the bills, she really should be deputized also as the treasurer, because she is touching the books.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. And then the title, and again, I'm not getting lost in that, but help me out of it, the deputizing, and the position that we're advertising for would be designated as what if we find a candidate to fill that?
I would like that person to also be a deputy clerk treasurer because of the segregation of duties in the office and the requirements by the auditors. Every person that works in there is touching or handling cash at some point, be it a check or cash, by collecting dog licenses and that type of thing. So in my opinion, they should all be deputy clerk treasurers.
Okay, thank you very much for that clarification.
Sure.
Is there a
Well, if you wanted to discuss the salary in closed session, which I think I heard from both 3 of us, are you looking, Attorney Macy, do we need to approve the deputizing of a staff member in the clerk's office? I don't think we do.
No, the clerk appoints her deputies. I think she just wanted input from yourselves to see if anybody had any objection to the concept. So I think you should share with her whether you have any objection before she does it. Then she can appoint her at whatever time she feels it's necessary. Obviously, the person then waits, till they get their salary, if there is any adjustment, to decide if they're willing to accept it sometimes. That's up to the individual person. I've seen it go both ways, obviously, or different ways. But I think, Madam Clerk, is that correct? You wanted their input before you did it because it's sort of a change of policy. The prior clerks had not appointed deputies, and she preferred to go, which is the more standard way. Most of the people are deputy clerk treasurers in the office. that gives them more statutory authority and things like that. So I think she just wanted your input, she's confirmed that, and then the other matter, the actual rate of pay would be set over for a closed session.
Anything further?